are these aspects of colors that you can see in the dark and that you can see in light. And in between them is a whole infinite array of colors, of conscious frequencies for creation. And so I would love to go through the 12-dimensional field around us and establish some conscious color frequencies. And I would love for all of you just to close your eyes, and if you have a beautiful blackout mask, or turn yourself away from the screen, right? We've been spending a lot of time in front of false light, and we, as human beings, are losing the aspect of real true light, sunlight, versus artificial light. This is partly why we have a lot of anxiety and depression, and then we're not spending enough time in true darkness. That true darkness is the reset for the nervous system. It is also, dark DNA, dark matter, the antimatter. It's like all of these aspects of that infinite potential and possibility you start to access in that darkness. There's a whole array of colors that start coming online. They're like infracolors in the dark. And then you can start to see all of these different templates around everything, right? So you have color in the light, color in the dark, and when they overlap, there's a spectrum of being able to see multidimensionally. And you can train yourself to do this. So first, spend some time in true light. Spend some time in true darkness. Okay? Let your body reset. Let your own bioluminescence start to happen, your own creation of light through your pineal gland to start happening. And so now, if everybody would just love to close their eyes and just inhale and exhale, trusting our higher selves to co-create the highest frequential outcome of love and light, not only for ourselves, but for all of humanity and the universal consciousness, working through space and time in all timelines and dimensions, because this power is our birthright, and we claim it now with no harm to none. We ask the source consciousness of everyone who is here, who's going to watch, for the mitochondrial DNA alignments of their genetic star maps, the true intelligence of our great mother that was meant to be passed with us in integrity from mother to child in its purest form, to access all of the star maps, all matter for creation, the highest levels of divine love. And so we're just simply going to do some color bathing. Bathing our consciousness in color, aligning 12 dimensions of reality around us through the purest rays of consciousness as color, connecting us into our chromosomal structures, setting all of those little movies that happen to our intention to be amplified from our cells to these 12 dimensions. And the first color that we're going to visualize around our body is going to be a dark orange. And you can just visualize a beautiful, radiating dark orange color around your body, just a little off your physical body. And you can visualize it like your body, or like an orb or an egg, whatever feels more comfortable for you. But make sure that you get from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your feet and the front and the back. A lot of times we are disconnected from the information in the back of the processing of our body because we're moving forward all the time. So make sure that you get the back of your body all the way down. And then we're going to move into the second dimension axis. And we're going to bring in a beautiful fuchsia color. It's kind of like a hot pink all the way around our body, bringing coherence to the second dimensional axis. And so now we have dark orange and we have fuchsia. And the third color, bringing in the third dimensional axis, is going to be a lime green color. Just bring in a beautiful, vibrant lime green around our body. Bringing coherence to our third dimensional axis, space and time. Aligning our mitochondrial DNA, chromosomal structures. And then we'll move into the fourth dimensional axis and just visualize a beautiful, vibrant turquoise around your body. It's okay if you start feeling a lot of activation in the body. And just breathe, inhale and exhale. And so we have a dark orange, a fuchsia, a lime green, and a turquoise. And we're going to move into the fifth dimensional axis, or the field around our body, and it's going to be a beautiful medium blue, reestablishing our connection to this dimensional plane. And so we have a dark orange, fuchsia, lime green, turquoise, medium blue. And it's okay if you're not visualizing it. Just ask for it and it'll happen. Trust yourself. And the sixth dimensional axis is going to be a beautiful slate blue. You might start hearing some frequencies in the ears as the tuning starts happening. Some of you will start feeling spinal tuning starting to happen. And then the seventh dimension around us is going to be sky blue. Sky blue represents freedom. And visualizing this beautiful, illuminated sky blue around your body. Bringing coherence to the seventh dimensional axis, the mitochondrial DNA, all of the chromosomal structures and star maps, and divine perfection. And then the eighth dimensional axis is going to be a rose gold. We use metallic colors at higher dimensions of life. It's like having little mirrors like glitter from the metallics, bouncing more and more light, creating and stabilizing those dimensional fields around us. And so we have dark orange, fuchsia, lime green, turquoise, medium blue, slate blue, sky blue, and rose gold. You might start to feel that your field of energy is outside of where you're at, your room, your house. It's okay. And then we're going to move into the ninth dimensional access around our body through the pearlescent color, a beautiful, glitterly white with lots of pastel colors in it. Pearl essence, the mother of pearl, bringing in the highest good. And so we have dark orange, fuchsia, lime green, turquoise, medium blue, slate blue, sky blue, rose gold, pearlescence. Our 10th dimensional access is going to be copper. Beautiful color of conduction of our soul source intelligence through all of our field. And then we'll move into the 11th dimensional aspect, the field around us, and it's going to be a platinum color, beautiful, like silvery white. And then the last color is going to be gold, a super rich, illuminated gold. And so we have dark orange, fuchsia, lime green, turquoise, medium blue, slate blue, sky blue, rose gold, pearlescence, copper, platinum, and gold. Bringing 12 dimensions of harmony, activating the mitochondrial DNA, the full genetic star map, the constant stellation of constellations through our body, activating the entirety of the light body, every cell receiving its new divinity programming upgrades, all genetics, organs, cellular structures, muscles, tendons, ligaments, uphold our intention, bringing interdimensional and multidimensional contact of our true source, the true intelligence. May all of your soul senses be activated, your multidimensional soul senses, to communicate with your highest self as God consciousness, as eternal living light. And every cell within your body turning to light. Inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Hmm.
Mm. I had to drink something to get grounded after that. Wow. Thank you for that transmission. Honestly, like I am witnessing more and more how science is explaining spirituality, you know, with quantum physics and all of that. And it's beginning to merge once again. It used to be unified concepts, and now they are coming back together again. And you just explain things in such a beautiful way. And I appreciate that so much. And I just love the idea that the portals of light are within our body, because it's so true. So thank you, sister.
Yeah, thank you. And, you know, most of our scientific information comes from occult practices. And the word anatomy actually means to dissect. So what we're doing is we're bringing in unification again.
Yes. Exactly.
We're not separate. Your body is not separate. Your consciousness is not separate.
Yeah.
And it's not separate from the cosmos. It is the same thing. One of the cool things that I learned when I was doing research for the mitochondrial DNA is that we actually create water. Like, we create water. I had never read that, heard that, and I had to dig deep for that type of research. These are the things that are hidden from us.
Yeah.
And if we keep believing them we're less than, or that the technology is somewhere out there, and don't put the time and the devotion to to this right here. Like, I get riding around in spaceships can be great, but this is the stellar ship.
Yes.
Right? This is the most important stellar ship.
Yeah.
And the coherence of that brings forth everything else. And you don't have to worry about hijacking. You don't have to worry about implantation. You don't have to worry about parasites, because your field is coherence. It is pure coherence. This is what we talk about, the immaculate concept. That's what that really is, pure coherence.
I loved stellation and constellation, the universe within.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
That's
you.
your tagline. That's your tagline. You have earned the name Melchizedek. I'm actually, I'm really blown away right now. And to me, what you were doing is you were getting into those higher level Christ-like chakras and merging them, of course, you know, back into your heart center. But when I do this, you know, the NDE experience and go into that light, I actually go through not all the colors. I do like all those colors you mentioned. I have them in my house, all different colors like that. So you walk through different rooms, they're like that. But the golden white light, and it has like this essence in it, like these little glittery things. And then there's the one with the pearlesque, which I actually painted furniture pearlesque. There's different ones, but they have color illumination within them. And you're the only one that I've ever seen that's brought up the color illumination within the color and the moving light within the color. And me being a trained designer, I love color. I don't know if anyone knows me, but I usually wear a lot of color, but to me, the fact that we are color, when you showed the DNA and the color in it, that was powerful. Oh man. I mean, we are so much more, and you truly were teaching some ancient mystery school teachings.
Yeah.
Truly.
I have spent a good portion of my life on this path and understanding how my soul came into this body. And I spend a lot of time in darkness right now. Like I said, there are mechanisms that are important, that we have true pure light and true pure darkness. For us to have this animation of our soul, that create our own bioluminescence, right, through our being. And I have put a lot of science and physics to this because it's important. It's a real thing. There's research out there. They're just not connecting it in a cosmic, spiritual, divine way. And so that's what I do. And I teach these principles through courses. And it's a devotional study. You know, somebody used the word practice. I don't like that word practice. It's devotion. It's devotion to the self and what truly you are capable of. And that when you get into these spaces of darkness where you have access to infinite potential and possibility, that you are able to be and hold what you receive there and then bring it through and then be able to create it, make it manifest into the physical. And there are spiritual principles to that. You know, I call it the temples of creation. There are temporals of creation with light, sound, color, and consciousness that create a whole alchemy interdimensionally and multidimensionally that stabilize realities of form.
You just explained the angelic realm.
Well,
I get this stuff all the time, but I never got the science behind it. So
yeah,
I can't
Come on over.
I know. I can't wait to connect. I knew I liked you immediately when I saw you.
I know. We've already
Woman?
connected after
I like
the
her.
other day, yeah. And this,
it's amazing to me that, you know, what you just showed there, you know, we have the whole grand design or evolution kind of theory, you know, chaos or randomness or grand design. Those are the two opposing realities. I'm realizing that the truth is almost always somewhere in between, right? Actually, it is pretty much always in between. There's a grand design with evolution, but as long as we keep some people thinking that it's on one extreme of evolution, the other extreme of grand design, we can never see truth, which is in the middle. And so we're evolving and we're being created, and the harmonics and the light spectrum shifts and things occur. But what you just showed is really the intricacy of what it is to be human. There's like some beautiful creation out there that's doing things that are just like phenomenal. How everything works, you know, in our bodies. It's incredible.
And look at the energy and wisdom emanating from your eyes.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And when I talked last time about these mechanisms that we have through the body, you know, one thing that I talked about through the fallopian tubes was what people call the chaos theory. But when you really get into it, it's called the great attractor, right? And what it does is it keeps movement of toroidal fields that keep connecting energy, right? That dimensions and dimensions of light keep lining up. And the more that they line up, the more they become manifested, right? They're great attractors. So the chaos theory is like, it looks like the chaos theory on one level, but on a greater, more magnificent level, it is the great attractor.
I love that. I'm going to start using that one.
The chaos theory is the great attractor of what? Of the experiences that we have, right? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
The creation, creating our own life. So for those who want more information about Acurda, you can find out. Actually, it's Acurda.
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 But it's easier for people to say Acurda, and like how I get people to remember is like Acurda Matata. Then like,
yes, got it. Well, I just dropped her website in the comments below, and head on over to her
if anybody's interested in like what the colors actually meant, because each color has what it really does for the body.
Right. Of
and
course.
I've spent a lot of time detailing that in my courses. The same with like all different types of geometry. And on the 22nd, if people want to come over to my email list, I'm going to release an hour-and-a-half video that I did on our retreat in November about the mitochondrial DNA that goes into great detail about these beautiful divine mechanisms that we have within us. I teach 2 courses online right now called the Holographic Human from Cell to Soul. which is a 6-month deep dive into what we're talking about. And then also a 3-month course for women called The Cosmic Womb, The Temples of Creation. And if anybody is interested in some DNA clearing and recoding, which we go into the actual fabric of the DNA and clear and recode and restructure the fabric with light and geometry, or if they're interested in a more personal mitochondrial alignment with a specific intention, that we can also do that too. And it is such a great honor to be here and to be sharing with all of you. And also, I believe in the economy of ascension and grace. So when it comes to me and my work, please don't ever let monetary stuff stop you. Yeah. We will create something together that works. I believe that this should be open to everyone, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes if people have a serious devotional interest to these technologies of our consciousness. I'm here for you. I love you. We are in this together.
Me too.
So,
somebody asked in the comments if you do private sessions, and I do see on your website that you can book a session there. So go ahead and click that link, folks.
And then also, I just got a message just this morning that I did something and Facebook doesn't like it. So they're taking down both of my pages, my personal page and my business page. So if you really want to be in touch with me, please go through my landing page and start connecting with me through. I send out, all kinds of, usually every month or two, a beautiful write-up about something and images and just speaking to what we're speaking to right now, the magnificence of ourselves. Please start coming that way. The platforms are just not working right now for me. And so I'm going to let that go. And if you really have a desire and a real interest to connect, that's the best way, or to email me personally.
One quick thing, sister, don't be discouraged. It happened to me right when the pandemic.
And
guess what? Things have blown up, but I also connect with me privately. I have a powerful personal message for you. Why the dark things attack you. By the way, I'm really good at that, getting rid of that. And it's all going to be great.
Yeah, it is great, because in this last year, I've really been called to lead more in-person things. So we've got a lot of retreats coming up, a lot of gatherings coming up, and to move myself from being in front of the computer all the time and to create something else. And this is that perfect thing. That's what I'm being called to do. I'm not going to play with that. I'm not going to, put grids around and blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. They can have it. I know what I have. I know my connection, and I know when people need me, they find me. They always do. Somehow, some way, stuff happens. I know that. I believe in that. So, it'll happen.
Thank you,
thank
Love
you
you
for doing the work you do.
Love you too. Love you all. Thank you, Neil.
Take care.
Bye.